Where else can we look for the answers? None of them mentioned what might have been known to the clans who had used the shining roads that had connected to the old places in the human countries called Arctos and Wolfram. The clans who had been disappearing, one by one, since she was a little girl. Now the only roads through the Vale were the ones connected to Silverland, and those, too, were beginning to close. Had warnings gone unheeded all those years, or had they never been sent? Had the Fae, whose territories had been connected to the old places in those countries, been willfully blind to the danger? So sure that whatever had happened to another clan couldn't possibly happen to them? Or had they kept to their own clan houses and their own territories, because they'd been afraid that it would happen to them? Or had it been that those clans had always seemed so distant anyway, that no one in this part of their world had paid much attention? Now the danger was no longer distant, no longer happening to someone else. Now it was devouring their clans, and they hadn't been able to find out why, and they hadn't been able to stop it. "I am sorry, Diana," Lyra said softly. "My thanks for trying," Diana said, turning back to the window. A rustle of fabric. Quiet footsteps walking away. Only one set of footsteps. Looking over her shoulder, she could almost see the swelling anger in Aiden. Something else? He joined her at the window. "Before coming to the clan house here, I went down one of the other roads." His expression was bland, but his eyes... "I traveled through a couple of villages in the northeastern part of Silverland, and no doubt stopped at the taverns to hear a minstrel or two," she said, working to give him an indulgent smile that might ease his mood. He didn't smile back. "I listened," he said curtly, and hadn't liked what he'd heard. "The minstrels are singing songs about beings they call Wiccan Fae." Diana stiffened at the arrogance of anything else referring to itself as Fae. "And they are?" "Wicked fairies, witches, creatures who, out of spite, will make a cow dry or a woman barren, who will creep into a house and devour a newborn soul so that the mother finds the babe dead in its cradle with no mark upon it. They sometimes steal babies to sacrifice to their master, the evil one, so that he will come and indulge in carnal acts with them. They use their love charms on chaste young women of good name and family, causing them to become so overcome with lust that they fornicate with men, without the honorable bond of marriage. They are the vessels of dark magic." He paused. "And they control the small folk, who are soulless creatures full of mischief magic. Creatures that must be cleansed from the land, so that honest men can take the land's bounty without coming to harm. Do you want to hear more?" "No," Diana said, feeling a winter wind brush past her face, even though spring would soon give way to summer. But what she wanted, and what duty required, were two different things. "Do you think these Wiccan Fae are the reason the roads are closing? Could they be using their magic to keep us out of the human world?" "It is fact that the shining roads close in the human world before we lose a piece of Tira Lane." Diana saw something shift in his eyes. What happened at those taverns? "Just as the muse can still a tongue, or open an inner door inside a person that allows the words to flow, so I can give the gift of music, or take it away." Diana hesitated. Even for the Lady of the Moon, a title that made her the most influential female among the Fae, it was the better part of wisdom not to antagonize the bard. Provoked, he wouldn't hesitate to shape a song that would diminish a person into a fool. If the witches are our enemies, why stop the minstrel songs? I cannot stop what already exists, but I can stop any more from being created.